I'm excited to talk to you about Envision Coeur d'Alene, which is a major undertaking between the city, CDA 2030, and our community. So what is it exactly? Envision Coeur d'Alene is a visioning and a long-range planning project to develop a citywide plan for the future of Coeur d'Alene. It's a collaboration between the city and CDA 2030. The completed plan will be the city's state-mandated comprehensive plan, and it will also be an update to CDA 2030's vision and implementation plan. The document will include a community vision for our ideal Coeur d'Alene in the year 2040, and it'll be followed by guiding principles, goals, objectives, priority action items, and a future land use map, all driven by community input. So think of it as a roadmap for the future that's based on a shared community vision and has a long-range planning focus. So the comprehensive plan is really a policy framework document that will be adopted by the City Council. It's used to guide development for a 20-year timeframe, and it's reviewed when making land use decisions. It may direct changes to local ordinances. One thing it doesn't do, it does not regulate land uses. Those are done through our zoning and subdivision codes. It will address things like changing demographics, local economics, local growth projections and trends, and then also we have to meet our state requirements. So what does Idaho require? Well, they require there's 17 elements have to be included in our comprehensive plans, and they're listed here, but some big hot topics are property rights, population, school facilities, economic development, land use, natural resources, transportation, recreation, housing, public services, facilities, utilities, just to name a few. The plan will be organized in 6 focus areas, and those mirror CDA 2030's focus areas, and then they also align with the state's required elements. So where have we been, and what have we already accomplished? So the project kicked off in September 2019. So as the mayor said, we've been working on this for a while. We had a community launch event at the Innovation Den, and what we did was we did a lot of interactive activities to gather really important information and direction for the project. We continued with pop-up game nights throughout the community. We had stakeholder interviews. We had several online surveys and online mapping exercises. We formed the CAC, which is Community Advisory Committee, and 6 focus groups, had workshops with them, workshop with our City Council, Planning Commission, and CDA 2030 board members. Our consultant team, led by MIG, took the results of all of that mapping and created some maps for our community to review. And so they were further modified to become 3 land use scenarios. And so our community was able to vet those online and vote on that, and those are being further refined. And they'll be voted on by community members. So the 24-person CAC has really been critical in this process. They've been tasked with providing guidance, recommendations, and feedback on project deliverables. Collectively, they've spent close to 200 hours on the project alone. There are 59 community volunteers serving on those 6 focus groups. So in addition to the CAC, we have focus groups, and they've been tasked with providing guidance on their specific focus areas. They have dedicated over 350 hours and attended more than 23 meetings. So what have community members told us? So some of the most important issues that are currently being faced are year-round jobs, maintaining a small town feel, having good K-12 schools, protecting our neighborhoods, preserving our natural resources, preserving our rural lands by having infill development take place, and having more pedestrian and bicycle amenities. Similarly, some of these big issues are the same for 2040. So concerns with increasing traffic is obviously a hot topic, but we want to make sure there's housing options. We want to have year-round jobs, educational opportunities, and cutting-edge education, and then again, more pedestrian and sidewalks and bicycle facilities. The common theme we keep hearing is really preserve our quality of life as we continue to grow. So we heard some visionary quotes at our launch event. Thriving economy, great schools, small class sizes, and affordable housing. Keeping character and green space. More affordable childcare, please. A place where I can raise my family and where all community members thrive. Anyone can be a homeowner, and a place where my grandkids want to live, work, and play. The Envision Coeur d'Alene project is community-driven. Even during a global pandemic, we have engaged thousands of community members in the process to provide direction for how the city grows over the next 20 years. So here's a snapshot of participation in the most recent online survey. So in that survey alone, we had more than 1,200 respondents. We heard from 600 longtime Coeur d'Alene residents, 400 full-time residents, 100 recent residents, more than 100 regular visitors, as well as part-time and seasonal residents. There are more public opportunities to come, as indicated by the yellow stars. Here are the next steps in the process. So we are currently working on the draft plan and future land use map for public review and feedback. We aim to have town hall meetings in May, and we're looking at different formats, times, and opportunities for public input. That'll be followed by another meeting with the advisory committee and a joint workshop with City Council and our Planning Commission. Then our project management team will do a little bit more refinement on the plan and the map. And then there will be public hearings with the Planning Commission and City Council. The Planning Commission makes recommendations, and then it's City Council that will adopt the plan. So it'll look like a beefed up version of our current comprehensive plan, so it'll be a usable document, but it will include implementation and a future land use map. The Envision Coeur d'Alene project is community driven and City Council approved. I wanted to thank our partners at CDA 2030 for their efforts to engage all community members in the process. And also thank you to all the volunteers on the CAC and the focus groups, as well as the CDA 2030 Implementation Committee and business leaders who have committed time and contributed more than 720 collective hours. And finally, thank you to our community members for getting involved in this process and our partner organizations. It's critical to hear your feedback and vital to creating a community-driven plan for Coeur d'Alene's future. The project really is all about your voice, our future. I invite you to visit the project website for more information, which is envisioncda.org. And with that, I'll hand it back to the mayor. Thank you.